Please be seated. Thank you. Good afternoon. I'm Andrew Hsu, president of the College of Charleston. It is my distinct pleasure to welcome you to the College of Charleston's spring commencement for the class of 2022. I want to personally thank you for joining us on this very special day. To our graduates, congratulations. You should be incredibly proud of yourselves. To the families, friends, and loved ones of the graduates, this is your day too. Together, you have supported these graduates in a million different ways. Graduates, I would like for you to please stand and thank your families and friends with a big round of applause. I would like for all the audience, please also stand and join me as Joshua Brock, Sarah Fulford, Zoe Genovese, Charity Jones, Maddox Mast, Mary Matzler, Justin Nelson, Abigail Oldstrom, Abby Walker, and Seth Younglove, all graduating music majors, sing our national anthem.
What so proudly we
Thank you, students. That was beautiful. Thank you. I would now like to take a moment to recognize those members of the Board of Trustees and Foundation Board, past and present, that are with us today. Please stand when I read your name to be recognized for your service to the College of Charleston. Board members Chuck Baker, Lauren Birch, Beth Burke, Demetria Clemens, Henrietta Golden, David Hay, Randy Lowell, Penny Rosner, Steve Swanson, Taft Swearet, and Trustee Emeritus Don Belk. Former board member Deborah Gammons, Foundation board member Johnny Baxley. Thank you. Thank you for your service to your alma mater. Graduates, you made it. You have persevered through challenges unlike any we have seen before. Your experience have been very different from those of your family members and loved ones. What you have faced these past years as students gives you a preview of what is to come in the future. Times are changing more quickly than ever, and you are showing yourselves capable of changing with them. At the College of Charleston, our liberal arts curriculum shapes all of our majors and academic disciplines, providing you a wide range of knowledge that will make you adaptable, flexible, and creative. But most important, your exposure to different ideas, philosophies, and perspectives will make you a lifelong student, someone always willing to grow and evolve. That is what the world needs now more than ever. The first part of our institution's motto, Sapientia ipsa libertas, or wisdom itself is liberty, captures perfectly the spirit of your education here at the College of Charleston. Wisdom is not knowing just facts and figures. It is the ability to apply that knowledge in positive ways, ways that solve problems and move things forward. It's knowledge in action. Wisdom is something that takes time to acquire. And you are well on your way on that lifelong path. By earning your degree, you show that you can do hard things. You can tackle assignments and accomplish great tasks. You didn't give up even when it would have been much easier to do so. Your resilience sets you apart from other generations of students. I encourage you to draw on this experience for the rest of your life, to remind yourself that you can push things through. Yes, you can do hard things, and you can and you will do it again and again. As I look at this extraordinary class of the College of Charleston graduates, I'm excited for you and for your future. You have a long and open road in front of you to make your life what you want it to be. I can't wait to see where your journeys take you and to celebrate all of your accomplishments as College of Charleston ambassadors and champions. Congratulations, class of 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, for the conferring of the honorary degrees, I will now be joined by the chair of our Board of Trustees, David Hay. Trustee Taft Swearet, would you please escort J. Gary Simmerl to the lectern? Trustee Steve Swanson, and Trustee Emeritus Don Belk. Please join me at the lectern as well. I am honored to introduce Representative J. Gary Simmerl, the House Majority Leader of the South Carolina House of Representatives. Representative Simmerl was first elected to the State House in 1992 after volunteering on Ronald Reagan's presidential campaigns. Throughout his career, he has built a reputation for being fair, honest, and dedicated to his constituents. Because of his willingness to seek compromise among different factions, a feature of true statesmanship, he rose to lead the Republican Party. We're honored to recognize him for his decades-long leadership and career in public service to our state.
I hereby present J. Gary Simmerl, a businessman from Rock Hill who has served the South Carolina State House for nearly 30 years as a Republican House leader and an influential negotiator in the legislature. In 2016, he was elected House Majority Leader and named Chair of the Higher Education Panel in 2018. Your exceptional service and leadership and dedication to public service makes you a fitting candidate for the College of Charleston Doctor of Humane Letters. J. Gary Simmerl, your abiding commitment and service to the state of South Carolina is both admirable and honorable. The College of Charleston is proud to confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters.
By the authority of the state of South Carolina granted to the Board of Trustees of the College of Charleston and committed to me, I declare J. Gary Simmerl is now admitted to the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations, Dr. Simmerl. Trustee Baker and Randy Lowell, would you please escort Richard M. Gurgle to the lectern? I'm honored to introduce our commencement speaker today, an honorary degree recipient, Judge Richard M. Gurgle. Judge Gurgle has enjoyed a distinguished career in law, both in private practice and public service. In 2009, President Barack Obama nominated him to serve on the United States District Court for the District of South Carolina. Throughout his career in law, he has been recognized for his sense of purpose, his commitment to doing the right thing, and his civic and judicial courage. Because of his work, we continue to strive for a more just society. In addition to being a gifted jurist, Judge Gurgle is also a gifted writer. His 2019 book, Unexampled Courage, The Blinding of Sergeant Isaac Woodard, and The Awakening of President Harry S. Truman, and Judge J. Wait's Waring, details the complicated and fascinating story of a South Carolina or a Southern judge's critical role in early civil rights history. That Southern judge, Waites Waring, was a member of the College of Charleston's class of 1900. In 2020, just before the pandemic shut everything down, Judge Gurgle was able to participate in the college's 250th anniversary celebration, in which the college awarded Judge Waites Waring a posthumous Founders Medal, the highest award given by the college. Judge Gurgle reminds us through his legal career, writings, and his own personal example, the importance of the individual in striving to do the right thing.
I hereby present Richard Mark Gurgle, a venerated and visionary U.S. District Court judge for the state of South Carolina who was nominated to the District Court by President Barack Obama in 2009. Judge Gurgle is recognized as a distinguished legal scholar and a chronicler of South Carolina's history of racial discrimination, whose research documents a case that changed the course of America's civil rights history. His remarkable legal mind and public service make him a fitting candidate for the college's Doctor of Humane Letters.
Richard M. Gurgle, your distinguished career serving on the federal bench is honorable and admirable. The College of Charleston is proud to confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters.
By the authority of the state of South Carolina, granted to the Board of Trustees of the College of Charleston and committed to me, I declare Richard M. Gurgle is now admitted to the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations, Dr. Gurgle. With that, the stage is yours, Dr. Gurgle. Oh,
Picture.
sorry, picture. Now the stage is yours, Dr. Gurgle.
Well, this is an interesting place to be with this crowd of parents, but I really want to talk to these folks, the 2022 graduates. So if I turn my back to you, it's no disrespect, but just to honor the remarkable accomplishment of each of you. Graduation day is truly a moment of celebration. You began your life as a college student, intimidated a bit by the size of the campus, the demands of your professors, and how you would fit into this new world. Now, years later, you know the back alleys and bars of Charleston. You have successfully finished your last exams, and you have earned your degree. Your college experience has been transformative, moving you from a high school student into adulthood. But what does your college or graduate degree actually mean? I assure you it is more than simply a piece of parchment to put on your wall or a ticket to a good job. An undergraduate or graduate degree tells the world that you can master complex materials, analyze differing views and ideas, and write cogently. In other words, you are a thinking person, capable of reaching your own opinions based on knowledge and reason, rather than simply following the directions of others. You have also likely learned from the College of Charleston the importance of individual honor, integrity, and courage. These are values critical to the maintenance of a democratic society and the vibrancy of our civic, community, and religious organizations. Placing service to others above self is among the most important and satisfying elements of a productive and meaningful life. This afternoon, I want to share with you the story of a College of Charleston student from another century whose college experience was transformative and prepared him for challenges he never imagined when he accepted his diploma in the cistern now 122 years ago. He was born in Charleston in 1880 and was the son of a Confederate veteran. He entered the college in 1896 and commuted from his family home on Rutledge Avenue because his family was unable to afford the cost of a dormitory room. He devoted himself to the study of literature and was active in the literary society. The college then had no more than 500 students. His classes were small and provided him the opportunity to develop close, mentoring relationships with his professors. He learned from his College of Charleston experience the importance of academic rigor and discipline and the need to have high expectations of himself. He graduated number 2 in his class in 1900 and aspired to study law. Family finances were again a challenge, preventing him from entering then the state's only law school at the University of South Carolina in Columbia. Instead, he interned in the office of a local Broad Street lawyer in what was then called, he read law, which meant he studied law on his own without the benefit of classes or professors. This was a common practice in that era. Reading law required the student to master complex legal texts in vast areas of law, including contracts, property law, and criminal law. The academic skills he acquired while at the College of Charleston gave him the personal discipline necessary to read and master this challenging material on his own. In 1902, just 2 years after finishing the College of Charleston, he stood for and passed the South Carolina bar exam, acquiring a license to practice law in the state. For 40 years, our College of Charleston graduate practiced law down on Broad Street. The skills he acquired as a successful college student helped him advance his career as he became one of the city's most capable and respected attorneys. He remained devoted to his college that had been so influential in his life, serving on the board of trustees and as its attorney. In late 1941, this lawyer was nominated by President Franklin Roosevelt as a United States District Judge, serving earlier in the same position I hold today. Our College of Charleston graduate, J. Wadis Waring, took office in early 1942, expecting that his job as a federal judge would involve mostly admiralty cases out of the Port of Charleston and the prosecutions of bootleggers. But the world was changing in the midst of World War II as African Americans became increasingly willing to challenge Jim Crow segregation and nearly universal black disenfranchisement. Charleston was then one of America's most segregated cities, with white-only signs serving as a daily insult to local black citizens. Judge Waring considered the racial practices he had grown up with in Charleston to be baked into Southern society, and he had never reflected on its fairness or consistency with the American Constitution. Indeed, the United States Supreme Court itself in 1896 had upheld the law allowing racial segregation under what was known as the separate but equal doctrine in the case of Plessy versus Ferguson. Soon after assuming his judicial duties, Judge Waring was assigned cases from Charleston and Columbia in which African American teachers challenged the practice of paying them 1/3 less than their white teachers for the same work. Judge Waring found the pay practices plainly unlawful and ordered the pay of all teachers to be equalized. The teacher pay cases made Judge Waring look critically for the first time in his 60-plus years at the racial practices of his state, and he began to wonder what would he do if really difficult issues came before him, such as the right to vote or to attend an integrated school. In late 1946, Judge Waring was assigned an unusual case for the time: the prosecution by the United States Department of Justice of a white police officer for the beating and blinding of a uniformed African-American soldier, Sergeant Isaac Woodard. An all-white jury acquitted the police officer after only 28 minutes of deliberation. But Judge Waring, having watched the entire trial with great care, believed the police officer was clearly guilty and that grave injustice had been done. The experience of presiding over the Isaac Woodard trial seriously shook Judge Waring's confidence in the system of justice he had been presiding over and sent him on a journey of study and reflection. Again, drawing on the skills he had acquired as a College of Charleston student, Judge Waring began reading intensely on the newly emerging field of civil rights, attempting to better understand this complex system of racial segregation he had essentially ignored his entire adult life. A few months later, Judge Waring was assigned a major voting rights case, which came to be known as the white primary case, which challenged the prohibition of African Americans from participating in the Democratic Party's primary, then the only election that mattered in South Carolina. Judge Waring understood that any recognition of the right of black citizens to vote would seriously undermine his high standing in the white community and likely result in intense public criticism and perhaps violence against him. But Judge Waring realized that his choices were either, quote, to be entirely governed by the doctrine of white supremacy or to be a federal judge and decide the law. On July 12, 1947, Judge Waring declared the white primary unconstitutional and ordered the immediate enrollment of black voters. When party officials initially resisted, he threatened to jail anyone who obstructed his order. Judge Waring's voting rights rulings made him the target of intense public criticism in the white community. Death threats, written and by phone, were constant. A cross was burned on his back patio in his home on Meeting Street, and a later incident involves bricks being thrown through his living room window. On the order of the United States Attorney General, Judge Waring was provided 24-hour United States Marshal protection because of reliable threats to assassinate him. If these attacks on Judge Waring were designed to cower him, it did not work. Instead, Judge Waring continued his intense study of constitutional law and American history and concluded that the separate but equal doctrine was legally, historically, and morally wrong. In June 1951, Judge Waring, sitting on a 3-judge panel, filed a dissent in the first of 4 school desegregation cases that would eventually be consolidated before the United States Supreme Court under the name Brown versus Board of Education. Judge Waring found that mandatory school segregation violated the 14th Amendment of the United States Constitution, making the memorable statement, "Segregation is per se inequality." Waring's historic dissent was the first instance in the 55 years since the Plessy case in which a federal judge questioned the separate but equal doctrine. Further, it is notable that among the 14 lower court judges who were involved in the 4 cases that made up Brown versus Board of Education, Judge Waring was the only one who found that the separate but equal doctrine violated the American Constitution and needed to be overturned. 3 years later, the United States Supreme Court announced its unanimous decision in Brown versus Board of Education, the most important case in American history, adopting the language and reasoning of Judge Waring's courageous dissent. Many commentators have remarked with amazement how the son of a Confederate veteran became a civil rights visionary and have attempted to understand the forces that changed him. From my study of Judge Waring's remarkable life and career, I am persuaded that his College of Charleston experience, where he came to love knowledge for its own sake, became a critical thinker, and was taught the importance of service to others, planted the seeds for his courageous service as a United States District Judge. So why do I discuss today the life of this College of Charleston graduate who received his diploma here in the Cistern 122 years ago, almost to the day, by the way? Judge Waring's life and extraordinary service to America were the product of a College of Charleston education, one that transformed him into a person capable of deep thought, rigorous study, and a passionate commitment to the service of others. Sitting here today among this 2022 graduating class of the College of Charleston are the future Judge Warings of our community. We are counting on you to maintain our democratic system of government and to strengthen our civic and religious organizations. Follow the model of perhaps the college's most honored graduate, Judge Waring, and bring to your work and service to your communities the skills and values you've learned here at the College of Charleston. Make a difference. Congratulations on your graduation, and Godspeed on your journey.
Thank you for being with us, Dr. Gurgle, and we appreciate your inspiring and important remarks. I'm Suzanne Austin, Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs and Provost at the College of Charleston. At this afternoon's ceremony, we have 4 students who have earned a perfect 4.0 grade point average. Please stand as I call your name. Rowan Gabriel Emerson, a major in biology. Julia Elise Horman, a major in biology. Charlotte C. Marshall, a major in biology. And Justin Reed Foster, a major in computer science. Congratulations. Additionally, there are 146 students participating in this weekend's commencement ceremonies who have completed the Honors College requirements. All 146 students are wearing medals in recognition of their many accomplishments and varied engagement with the Honors College community. Congratulations. And now it is my pleasure to welcome to the podium Sophia Troja Zambrano, President of the Graduate Student Association, and Ryan Thompson, President of the Student Government Association.
Good afternoon, distinguished guests, faculty, staff, friends, family, and of course, the graduating class of 2022. Roughly 6 years ago, a 19-year-old Latin American girl arrived at the College of Charleston to fulfill her dream of becoming a climate professional. Little did she know this institution would capture her heart, and she would end up staying for 2 additional years to complete her master's degree in environmental and sustainability studies. That young girl is me. My name is Sophia Troja, and I am honored to be standing here today representing not only graduate students, but also international students. I am from Ecuador, one of the countries with the most amazing biological and cultural diversity on Earth. Our 4 regions, the Andes, the Amazon, the coast, and the Galapagos, harbor almost 6% of the world's species. We also have about 14 different indigenous nationalities, and this is a perfect example of the diversity of life that constantly surrounds us. However, it is also a stark reminder of how life on our planet is at risk. And it is a risk for many factors. Our forests are being destroyed. Our species are continually becoming extinct. Our water has become polluted. Producing food has become an even greater challenge. Climate change has threatened everything we know, love, and cherish today. And sadly, our planet does not present a vision of hope for life on this planet if we continue on this current path. But at the College of Charleston, I have found that hope. I have found individuals who are empathetic, who are compassionate, who have proven to be resilient even after 2 years of a pandemic. I've come across dedicated and mindful individuals who have replaced that anguish and that discouragement that I felt, with feelings of hope and optimism for our dying planet. Class of 2022, I am hopeful for our generation. I am confident that you will use the knowledge and the tools you have acquired during the last few years to make decisions that will have a positive impact on others. Let's make sure that as we transition into our professional lives, our voices for life on Earth are heard, and that the same way in which we care for each other is the same way in which we care for our planet. Mucha suerte y felicitaciones. Good luck to you all and congratulations.
Thank you, Sophia. That was phenomenal. Good afternoon and happy early Mother's Day to all the proud moms in our audience. Round of applause. Members of the Board of Trustees, President Shu, Provost Austin, friends, family, and guests, and soon-to-be graduates, congratulations on a year of perseverance and resilience that has led us to this milestone in our lives. On Porter's Lodge, the inscription translates to "Know Thyself," which is one of our mottos here at the college. And after saying it to families each week on tours for 4 years, I truly hope each of you have learned more about your passions, your worth, and yourself while being a student here. I owe so much of the person I am today to the experiences I've had and the wonderful people that I've met because of this campus. The support and love I've received from this campus allowed me to find my voice, find the confidence to believe in myself, and then make it heard. Through multiple leadership experiences, interning in Washington, D.C. during the 2020 election, navigating the COVID-19 pandemic, and learning from the people that make up our campus community, I truly came to know myself, but most importantly, love myself. As y'all enter new careers, pursue future education, travel, take a well-deserved break, serve your communities, or run for office, shameless self-plug, always pursue what makes you happy. If these last few years have taught us anything, it's that the future is uncertain, but we have the power to adapt, make it our own, and succeed. Whatever you choose to do next, do it with purpose and with love. And since this is my last time speaking, I just want to sincerely say thank you for the best 4 years of my life. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ryan, for those words and your leadership on campus. And please remain here for a moment as you are joined by Fia Girzal, who, like you, will be recognized as our Student Award winners. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Alicia Cadill, the Executive Vice President for Student Affairs. The Theodore S. Stern Cup honors members of the senior class who, by character and influence, have best and most faithfully exemplified the high ideals and exemplary qualities of former President Dr. Theodore Stern in both the college and the community. I am pleased to announce that Ryan was one of the recipients of the Ted Stern Cup this year. Congratulations, Ryan. It is also my true honor to announce that Fia is the recipient of the Presidential Award for Scholarship, Leadership, and Service, the highest honor a graduating undergraduate student can achieve at the College of Charleston. The Presidential Award for Scholarship, Leadership, and Service was established by former President Theodore Stern to recognize individuals who have demonstrated exceptional leadership and academic excellence. Congratulations, Fia. You have just heard from Ryan, and now you will hear from Fia. Again, our congratulations to both Ryan and Fia.
Thank you. As I reflect on the past 4 years, I am overwhelmed by the magnitude of friendship, personal mentorship, and support I have experienced at the College of Charleston. Like so many others, I truly found an intellectual home in my department and continuously found myself uplifted by the amazing faculty and staff of the college.
These 4 years changed my dreams into realities and made me who I am today. To describe all that I have learned here would be impossible. So instead, I will share 4 of my favorite lessons: love, knowledge, growth, and change. Love gives us the passion to fuel our dreams and teaches us compassion for ourselves and others. Knowledge gives us the tools to build our dreams. It requires patience, but knowledge always provides an answer for the burning questions in our hearts. Growth teaches us to say goodbye to who we were, to appreciate who we are now, and to welcome in who we will become. We are not stagnant, but rather constantly evolving, growing with each new experience of our journey. Finally, change teaches us to adapt. To quote David Bowie, we must face the strange. There's no telling what the future holds, but we can always trust that we will overcome any obstacles we face to achieve our goals. Congratulations, class of 2022. Here's to all we have learned together and all we have become. I cannot wait to see what we can do with our Cougar pride in this next chapter of our lives. Now I would like to welcome Sherwood Miller, class of 1974, who will speak on behalf of the Alumni Association members.
My name is Sherwood Miller, class of 1974. It's an honor for me to take part in your graduation today. As a past president of the Alumni Association, I welcome you guys as our newest members and invite you to join our family of nearly 100,000 living alumni of the College of Charleston. You'll be a member of an Alumni Association that was founded in 1888 and exists to promote the welfare of the College of Charleston. Take advantage of all the Alumni Association has to offer you as alumni. Best of all, there are no dues. The friends you made here at the college will be some of the best friends you will ever have. Stay connected with each other and with the college. Come back for alumni weekends and a Charleston affair every year. Get involved with your local CFC club. We have more than 30 clubs throughout this country and overseas. It is a great way to stay connected. Give back to the college. It is our duty. We have to make sure that those who come after us enjoy the same wonderful experience we did. There's a graduation tradition involving your College of Charleston ring. Before graduating, the students wear their rings with the seal facing in. But at graduation, the ring is turned so that the seal faces out. This indicates you're now an alumni of the College of Charleston and prepared to go out into the world. You may now turn your rings. Graduates, you may have noticed the messages of support on the backs of your chairs. They're from alumni, parents, and friends. Since this is the last ceremony, feel free to peel one of them off, take it home, keep it as a souvenir, and enjoy. Congratulations, God bless, and good luck to all of you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Miller. Graduates, you now join our alumni family, a diverse group of people who are dedicated to making a difference and who are making the world a better place. Would the alumni from previous classes joining us today please rise and be recognized? Thank you. Now, we have already celebrated 2 degree presentations, our honorary degrees. And now we celebrate 600 more. Chair David Hay, Provost Suzanne Austin, Executive Vice President of Student Affairs Alicia Cadell, and Dean of the Graduate School Camila Martin will assist with the presentation of the master's degrees. Professor Jacob Steer Williams from the Department of History and Professor Laura Turner of the Department of Theater and Dance will announce the names and majors of our graduates.
This class of 2022 master's students is truly spectacular. They've faced 2 years of unprecedented challenges, and not only have they persevered, but they've excelled. And on behalf of the entire faculty body and my colleagues, I just want to say we are so incredibly proud of you. Camila Martin, Dean of the Graduate School, will invest the hoods. For the School of the Arts, joining us on stage will be Professor Grant Gilmore, Director of the Master of Arts in Community Planning, Policy, and Design. For the degree of Master of Arts in Community Planning, Policy, and Design, Michael Michaud. Emily Pinkston. Shelby Christine Sweet. Emma Unger. For the School of Business, joining us on stage will be Mr. Ron Magnuson, Director of the Master of Business Administration, and Professor Mike Braswell, Director of the Master of Science in Accountancy. For the degree of Master of Business Administration, Lauren Bell. Kendall Blakewood. Jack Lawson Brown. Rachel Alexis Bruce. Cameron Caruth. Samyukta Parakdal Chaco. Kendall Churchman. Ms. Churchman has received the Outstanding Student Award for her program. Joseph Howard Colella. Alexa Coyle. Jennifer Rose DiLoretto. Whit Dunning. Olivia Duva. Patrick Riley Farrell. Dawson T. Fields. Brooke Frey. Megan Frost. Hannah Frund. Julie Bolton George. Catherine Amanda Hanel. Morgan Hafer. William Holman III. Incha Jahan. Michael Coughlin Lee. Mr. Lee has received the Outstanding Student Award for his program. Andrea L. Leslie. Anina Lin. Jonathan Hayden Lowe. Lucas Michael Luquire. Lula Kathleen McKenzie. Samantha N. Malley. John McHugh. Kimberly Nicole Meehan. Kendra Murphy. Grace Orr. Sydney Suzanne Perry. Hope Victoria Pritchard. Camila Ranta. Benjamin Raymond. Nicole Rosiana. Gabriela Rubino. London Steckline. Caitlin Strudrawa. Ms. Strudrawa has received the Outstanding Student Award for her program. Sarah Thainhauser. Ms. Thainhauser has received the Outstanding Student Award for her program. Jack Venisi. Parker Vastich. Abigail Vogel. Tony Vu. Madeline Rose Watson. Zachary Whiteman. Catherine Grace Williams. Isabella Yagodich. For the degree of Master of Science in Accountancy, Burke, Sanford, and Vari. Paul Francis Dobies. Salma Rauf Mungi. Eliza Quillen. Jacqueline Wirzilla. For the School of Education, Health, and Human Performance, joining us on stage will be Professor Brian Lanahan, Director of the Masters of Arts in Teaching Elementary Education, Professor Laura Turner, Director of the Master of Arts in Teaching Performing Arts Education, and Professor Emily Beck, Director of the Masters of Education in Languages. For the degree of Masters of Arts in Teaching Early Childhood Education, Kaylee O'Donnell. Ms. O'Donnell has received the Outstanding Student Award for her program. Nalani Rowe. Eliza Schultz. For the degree of Masters of Arts in Teaching Elementary Education, Mackenzie Anderson. Madison Nicole Baxley. Catherine Brash. Haley Amalia Donovan. Erin Kelly. Madison Maylee Muniaki. Joshua Maston. Elizabeth Ann Palmeter. Emily Laura Quinn. Derek Thomas Smith. Anna June Stahl. Catherine Ann Wilson. For the degree of Masters of Arts in Teaching Performing Arts Education, Tessa Flesher. Jill Goodman. Ms. Goodman has received the Outstanding Student Award for her program. DeAndre Pendergrass. Brenton Merrill Weeks. For the degree of Master of Education in Languages, Daniela Mirella Trippon. Ms. Trippon has received the Outstanding Student Award for her program. Elizabeth Bree Trott. Decasia Amonte White. Emily Wilson. Ms. Wilson has received the Outstanding Student Award for her program. For the degree of Masters of Education in Teaching, Learning, and Advocacy, Barney Howell. Kayla Danielle King. Elizabeth Marie Leslie. Joshua Daniel McCall. Mr. McCall has received the Outstanding Student Award for his program. Jessica Montezuma. Ms. Montezuma has received the Outstanding Student Award for her program. Jenna Danielle Pagano. For the School of Humanities and Social Sciences, joining us on stage will be Professor Mike Lee, Director of the Master of Arts in Communication, Professor Anton Vonderzee, Director of the Master of Arts in English, Professor Judith Millison, Director of the Master of Public Administration, and Professor Susan Simeon, Director of the Master of Science in Child Life. For the degree of Master of Arts in Communication, Francine Barrett. Leah Estelle Deutsch. Victoria B. Ward. For the degree of Master of Arts in English, Noah Maddox Goodman. Mr. Goodman has received the Outstanding Student Award for his program. Abby L. Stahl. Ms. Stahl has received the Outstanding Student Award for her program. For the degree of Masters of Arts in History, Danielle Alexander Reams Cox. Spencer Fierst. Hannah Cowan Jones. Abigail Rice. Norbert St. Pierre. Victoria Stiegel. For the degree of Master of Fine Arts in Creative Writing, Abigail Fitzpatrick. Ms. Fitzpatrick has received the Outstanding Student Award for her program. Angelica S. Manglona. Ms. Manglona has received the Outstanding Student Award for her program. For the degree of Master of Public Administration, Megan Renee Arnott. Having completed her studies in the concurrent degree program, Ms. Arnott will also receive an MS in Environmental and Sustainability Studies. Christina Auth. Sylvia Gabriella Rose Bale. Having completed her studies in the concurrent degree program, Ms. Bale will also receive an MS in Environmental and Sustainability Studies. Michael Devereaux Louis Burton. Latoya Bowers Bates. Kimberly Brown. Cassandra Burnham. Rebecca Kathleen Carroll. Trent Matthew Humphrey. Having completed his studies in the concurrent degree program, Mr. Humphrey will also receive an MS in Environmental and Sustainability Studies. Bridget Rose Knutson. Having completed her studies in the concurrent degree program, Ms. Knutson will also receive an MS in Environmental and Sustainability Studies. Vicki Matstis. Amanda Nomsen. Casey F. Reed. Letitia Smith. Maria Balin Vitiello. Ms. Vitiello has received the Outstanding Student Award for her program. Nicole Wyrick. Having completed her studies in the concurrent degree program, Ms. Wyrick will also receive an MS in Environmental and Sustainability Studies. Evan James Wilson. Having completed his studies in the concurrent degree program, Mr. Wilson will also receive an MS in Environmental and Sustainability Studies. John Workman Zemp, Jr. For the degree of Masters of Science in Child Life, Amanda Oblin. Alexis Barker. Amelia Kathleen Brackett. Nicole DeGeorge. Alexandra E. DeVuono. Ms. DeVuono has received the Outstanding Student Award for her program. Bethany Gallion. Chanel Maycomb. Holly Palmer. For the School of Sciences and Mathematics, joining us on stage will be Professor Jonathan Sun, Director of the Masters of Science in Computer and Information Sciences, Professor Annette Watson, Director of the Masters of Science in Environmental and Sustainability Studies, and Professor Craig Plant, Director of the Masters of Science in Marine Biology. For the degree of Masters of Science in Computer and Information Sciences, Marcelo Cordova. Joseph O'Neill. Gregory Wyatt Slominski. Ashley E. Woods. For the degree of Masters of Science in Environmental and Sustainability Studies, Megan Renee Arnett. Sylvie Gabrielle Rose Bale. Caroline E. Berner. Trent Matthew Humphrey. Haley Elizabeth Kenyon. Bridget Rose Knudsen. Emmy S. Pallenbaum. Judith Taylor. Sophia Troja Zambrano. Nicole Wayrick. Evan James Wilson. For the degree of Masters of Science in Marine Biology, Jacob Elias Cashore. For the degree of Masters of Science in Mathematical Sciences, Brianna Gwynn Brunson. Maddox Sullivan Johnston. Mr. Johnston has received the Outstanding Student Award for his program. Kevin Grant Lancaster. Lucas J. Vaughn.
Will all master's degree candidates please rise? President Hsu, upon successful completion of all requirements and with the recommendation of the faculty, I have the honor to present to you the master's degree candidates of 2022.
By the authority of the state of South Carolina granted to the Board of Trustees of the College of Charleston and committed to me, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Master of Arts in Teaching, Master of Business Administration, Master of Education, Master of Fine Arts, Master of Public Administration, or Master of Science, as appropriate, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations. Please be seated. Here at the College of Charleston, the Artium Baccalaureatus degree, or the AB degree in classics, requires significant coursework in both Greek and Latin. The College of Charleston has awarded this degree for more than 2 centuries. That grand tradition continues today. Will the following candidates please come to center stage? May Eleanor Lewis, a major in music, and Jonathan Michael Silva, a triple major in astrophysics, classics, and physics. I ask those on stage to remain seated. However, it is tradition that the audience stand when this degree is awarded. Would the audience in Sisson Yard please rise? Following our centuries-old tradition, I will confer these AB degrees in Latin. Curatoribus auctoritatem tribuentibus os juvenes in humani auribus litteris proclare eruditos ad gradum artium baccalaureatus admissi. Congratulations. The audience may be seated. Thank you. Now join us in awarding the bachelor's degrees will be Chair David Hay and Dr. Alicia Cadell. Professor Laura Turner from the Department of Theater and Dance, and Professor Roxanne Stalvey from the Department of Computer Science will announce the names and majors of our graduates.
Assisting with the graduates from the School of the Arts will be Dean Edward Hart. For the bachelor's degrees in art history, joining us will be Professor Mary Beth Heston, chair of the department. Kathleen Elizabeth Smith Gavin, cum laude. Avery Rose Higgins, cum laude. Madison Alexa Israel. Reagan Aaron Thomas, also meets requirements for arts management. Joanna Choate Youngins. For the bachelor's degrees in arts management, joining us will be Professor Kate Keeney, director of the program. Ava Michelle Arbeely. Kay Kendall Baker, magna cum laude. Grace Gabrielle Bates. Taylor Lynn Bell, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for communication. Clay David Benjack, magna cum laude. Shelby Leanne Bourgeois. Louis Cano Bravo. James Joel Cashman, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for business administration. Gabriella Nicole Colley. Emery Adele Crump, magna cum laude. Isabel Augusta Davidson, cum laude. Grace Elizabeth del Castillo Allen, cum laude. Catherine Elaine Donald. Lauren Sidney Dreiser, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. The Honors College certificates were presented by Dean Beth Meyer Bernstein at a separate ceremony. Trevor Gray Estee. Emily Quinn Ferguson. Hannah Marie Franklin, magna cum laude. Maxwell Spencer Glenn, cum laude. Valentina Granada, cum laude, also meets requirements for studio art. Assisting with the graduates from the School of the Arts, well, oops, and we're done with that one. Cameron Hardison. Amina Tasmi Hussein. Madison Ann Jones, cum laude. Audrey Ann Kimbrell. Caroline Isabella Kitsos. Adriana Sophia Lee, cum laude. Jarrett Philip McDonald. Audrey Lee McKinney. Margaret Chapin Michelle. Mary Erin Maloney. Ariana E. Moore. Grayson D. Nelson, magna cum laude. Sophie T. Norris. Clara Paige Shields Norville. Chase Alexander Riley. Lindy Jean Robinson. Sarah Grace Sherbondi. Danielle Grace Silvestri, magna cum laude. Dalen Small. Pino Alfonso Sto Domingo. Croft Middleton Stoney, cum laude. Kyle Austin Suman. James Jonathan Wright. Haley Ann Uzinski. Cameron Hardison. Amina, oops, I think we're at the beginning. Abigail Flynn Young, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. For the bachelor's degree in dance, joining us will be Professor Gretchen McLean, director of the program. Carmela Sharon Della Peruta, cum laude, also meets requirements for psychology. Kayla Lynn Dockery also meets requirements for arts management. Tyrese Leon Neal. For the bachelor's degrees in historic preservation and community planning, joining us will be Professor Grant Gilmore, director of the program. Historic preservation and community planning, Margaret Keeley Britt. Jenna Lee Shalhoub. Michael Christopher Cohn, cum laude. Catherine Delaney Cook. Andrew Coleman Hare. Madison Noel Harmon, cum laude. Winter Scarlett Hain, cum laude, also meets requirements for art history. Catherine Claire Jackson. Madison E. Lee, cum laude. Savannah E. Lead, cum laude. Mariah Rain Lowry. Kayla Annabelle Malmgren. Helen Ayers McGoy. Cosmo Rocky Palazzola. Gabriella Marie Rossum, cum laude and also meets requirements for art history. Julia Claire Rosen. Rebecca Grace Seymour, cum laude, also meets requirements for business administration. Noah Sigalis. Jessica Lynn Steck, cum laude. John Mills Sutton. magna cum laude. Whoops. And that's the end of that. Darby S. Toole. Catherine Rose Venturini. For the bachelor's degrees in music, joining us will be Professor Michael O'Brien, chair of the department. Joshua Dalton Brock. Sarah Ashton Fulford, cum laude. Zoe Shirey Genovese. Charity Ayana Sabri Jones, cum laude. Maddox Edward Mast. Mary Elizabeth Matzler. Abigail Erin Oldstrom, cum laude. Miriam Joy Kirstein. Mary Eleanor Lewis, summa cum laude. Justin Burgess Nelson. Carly Elizabeth Partial, magna cum laude. Mikhail Romanovich Prakar, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for arts management. Grant Mitchell Peterson. Eric D. Pickford, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for computer science. Abigail Claire Walker, cum laude, vocal performance, also meets arts management. Ethan Michael Wah. Seth Christian Younglove, cum laude, also meets requirements for theater. For the bachelor's degrees in studio art, joining us will be Professor Sarah Frankel, chair of the department. Bryn Elliott Berry, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for computing in the arts. Peter Fitzpatrick Carter. Catherine Glenn Courtney, summa cum laude. Alice Ladding Crenshaw. Keith Lauren Duggan, Jr. Enver Jameson Friedman, cum laude, also meets requirements for psychology. Mary Louise Gallant. Christopher James Gibson. Stevie Hart. Madison Kaylee Jung. Amber Marie Lawley. Emma Catherine Lang. Skylar Brinkley Lee, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for historic preservation and community planning. Brian Reese Massey also meets requirements for arts management. Anna Marie Matutina, cum laude. Shannon R. McKenna. Fatima Eljanid Mohammed. Caroline Elizabeth Morris, cum laude, also meets requirements for arts management. Caroline Brooking Morrison. Haley R. Norman, also meets requirements for arts management. Eli Dante Orlandi, cum laude, also meets requirements for theater. Maxwell Barnaby Page. Shayna Rose Platt, magna cum laude. Rachel Frances Wolf Sartip. Haley Lorraine Shevitz. Erica Michelle Chevron. Haley Frances Soul, cum laude. Winifred Achuare Tato, cum laude. Jillian R. Thorvaldsen, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for arts management. Ava Nicole Trusillo, cum laude. Jacob T. Ryan. For bachelor's in theater, joining us will be Professor Janine McCabe, chair of the Department of Theater and Dance. Mary Hope Ballou. Summa cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Ashton Haley Boland also meets requirements for sociology. Carson Elizabeth Canty, cum laude, also meets requirements for arts management. Connor Alexander Coombs. Madeline Rose Davis, cum laude, also meets requirements for arts management. Erin Rose Fraze. Eddie Fry. William Alexander Gilbert. Also meets requirements for English. Joseph Blake Kennedy, cum laude. Alexander James Kennett. Mr. Kennett is receiving a certificate in theater. Julia Kathleen Mimo, magna cum laude. Rebecca Ella McLeod, cum laude. A.P. Perry, magna cum laude. Kristen Isabella Prado. Zoe K. Souter. Emma Claire Simmons, magna cum laude. Haley Deanne Vaquero, magna cum laude. Gabriel M. Van Horn. Stephen Ryan Witt. Sophia Bay Bloomberg, cum laude, graduating with a degree in psychology. Assisting with the graduates from the School of Science and Mathematics will be Dean Sebastian Van Delden. Okay, sorry. That's for you. Okay, that's for us.
For the bachelor's degree in astronomy, joining us will be Professor Narayan Kruthramal, chair of the department. Erica Hamilton also meets requirements for physics and computer science. Logan James Oxeter also meets requirements for biology. For the bachelor's degree in astrophysics, Jessica Lynn Anderson also meets requirements for physics. Matthew Donald Emery also meets requirements for physics. David A. Guarino Jr. also meets requirements for physics. Jacob Michael Conenman, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for physics. Jonathan Michael Silva, cum laude, also meets requirements for physics, classics, and the Honors College. For the bachelor's degree in biochemistry, joining us will be Professor James Dever, chair of the department. Hussein K. Bagat, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Jada Angelica Carol Deaton, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for chemistry and the Honors College. Dallas W. Crowder also meets requirements for biology. Sophia Grace Gersal, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for chemistry and the Honors College. Darius Taj Hill. Raven Alexis King, cum laude, also meets requirements for chemistry in the Honors College. Fabio Namir Najar, cum laude. Lane Elizabeth Roth, summa cum laude. Thomas Dylan Sinkway, cum laude, also meets requirements for chemistry and the Honors College. Kimberly Sumay Suk, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Tanner Lincoln Uberzetzig. Weijian Van Lith, cum laude, also meets requirements for chemistry. For the bachelor's degree in biology, joining us will be Professor Eric McElroy, chair of the department. Bryce Riley Adams. Jocelyn Alcazar Trujillo. Tony Alex Mackenzie Allison also meets requirements for Honors College. Jennifer Altamirano Lopez. Aubrey Bryce Anthony also meets requirements for anthropology. Kara Mackenzie Arnold, cum laude. O'Brien Atkinson V, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Lakeisha Lee Avalone. Millie Maria Baez. Marco Orlando Barrera. Joseph O'Neill Bodette. Caitlin Noel Bernerser. Yelizaveta Valerievna. Let me try it again. Elizaveta Valerievna Bird, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Tyler Pinkham Brooks. Courtney Catherine Brown, magna cum laude. Morgan Denise Brown Walker also meets requirements for the Honors College. William Wesley Bryan. Allison K. Bull, magna cum laude. Carissa Cheyenne Burgess. Olivia Claire Burns. Vanessa Ross Cabezas Espinoza, cum laude. Naomi Carretero Lazcano. Erica Renee Chevray. Caitlin Michelle Covert, summa cum laude. Haley Maya D'Alessandro, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for studio art. Stephanie Nicole Del Rimpo. Hayden Ashley DePrell. Sarah Marie DeSalvo. Courtney Elizabeth Doan. Erin Olivia Shannon Dovey. Rowan Gabriel Emerson, top honors, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Faith Tobachuku Imitu, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Emily Olivia Davis, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Clara Erard, cum laude. Gabriella Elizabeth Everhart. Vanessa Alvarez Falante. Eamon Jadala. Miriama Kabasta. Malik Jamal Gist. Avery Ann Goff, cum laude, also meets requirements for German. Megan Michaela Gobus, cum laude, and the Honors College. Brooke Christina Harris, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Hayden Patrick Hartley. Casey Michelle Herring. Matthew J. Holden. Julia Marie Hopkins, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Julia Horman, top honors, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Sarah E. Hunter, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Kyle Iflin, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for philosophy. Emily Marie Erick. Camden Lyle Jensen, summa cum laude. Michelle Jiang. Parker Marie Kirkwood. Joshua Zachariah Kolksar, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Addison Laird. Hannah Eve Lejeune. Elizabeth Chandler Lista. Olivia Rose Lombardi. Ashley Renee Mile. Sophia A. Magarelli, summa cum laude. Charlotte C. Marchell, top honors. Jose Guadalupe Martinez. Sydney Elizabeth Myers. Megan Grace Maisie, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Lily Catherine McGonigal, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Grace Elizabeth McClendon. Saltram Mendenhall. Brian Chandler Metz. Shelby Ann Meyer Hoffer. Paige E. Myers, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for psychology and the Honors College. Tricia Mintz, cum laude. Garrett Cold Monzadi, cum laude. Rebecca Claire Mont. Madeline E. Mungo, cum laude. Khadijah Lachey Murphy. Bradford Lindbergh Jeffrey Nelson. Elizabeth Marie Nowak, cum laude. Lily Beatrice Nowakowski, summa cum laude. Kristen Lindsay O'Rear. Eva Grace Patnud, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Pamela Mariah Painter, cum laude. Jui Shaleen Patel, summa cum laude. Kushbu A. Patel. Sapna Patel, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Casey Elizabeth Peterson, summa cum laude. Emery Ethan Petrozelli, cum laude. Sydney Taylor Preston. Melody Nguyen Pham. Juliana Camila Rivera. Samantha L. Roberts. Rob Aldrin Calixtiero Robino, summa cum laude. Robert Mata Ruse, Jr. Alicia Johnny Sally. Roger Gavin Shepard. Carly Michelle Smith. Brianna Ansley Soto, cum laude. Lauren Victoria Steiner, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Sydney Marie Tekok, cum laude. Madison Steljes. Olivia Suarez Cudd, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Sarah Reynolds Suber. Colin William Supley. Frederick Carl Swiger III, summa cum laude. Patrick William Cito, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Loveline Kaur Tiara, magna cum laude. Claire Elizabeth Thompson. Emily Catherine Tingle. Vika Troung, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Michael Ulrich. Chloe Ann Vandenberg, summa cum laude. Brianna Morgan Vossi, cum laude. Tanner Carson Veach. Aiden Robert Wardius. Carolyn Ann Wesley. Kaylin Drew Wetzel. Sarah Elizabeth Wiggins, cum laude. Rachel Elise Wilkinson, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for psychology and the Honors College. Shamira Willoughby. Megan Carmichael Wools, cum laude. Anna Marie Wooten. Madison Lorraine Workman. For the bachelor's degree in chemistry, joining us will be Professor James Dever, chair of the department. Yes. Those biology names got me, man. Tamara Lena Alcuza also meets requirements for communication. Alexandra E. Archer. Erin Nicole Beal. M. Knock Den. Kaylee Marie Farrell, cum laude. Edward M. Gilbreth, Jr. Kyle Alexander Hollinsworth. McKenna Ellis King. Courtney B. Limehouse. Rashawn Tavon Span, cum laude, also meets the requirements for the Honors College. Michelle Elise Tazul, cum laude, also meets requirements for art history. Jake Ski Wiener, Molly Zuas, Also meets requirements for Spanish. For the bachelor's degree in computer information systems, joining us will be Professor Renee McCauley, chair of the department. Spencer Collier Bonvillain. Matthew Stephen Brazel. Demetria Bright. Katie Ju Chia, summa cum laude. Tyler Kendall Collins. Courtney Sierra Cross. Thomas Lawson Freiberg. Madison Victoria Gardner. Taylor Nicole Hartley. Good to see you. Joseph Osborne Cayo. T. Millage. Shem Verman Froyalde Navarro, magna cum laude. Ian Mark Stadtmuller. Noah Aquinas Sulik. No. For the bachelor's degree in computer science. Garrett James Brenner, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Skylar Phoenix Bauder. Ross Philip Clark. Ian Dutterer. Caden William Dunn, magna cum laude. Carl Faircloth. Stephen Michael Fileski, cum laude. Eric Miles Fike. Anna Catherine Forget, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for computing the arts in the Honors College. Noah Graham Giltmeyer, cum laude. Daniel Thomas Haley. Ryan Joseph Kazkarowski. Amira T. Kapasi. Jackson Raymond Lyles. Richard Allen McCarty. Luke Kessler McGuire, summa cum laude. Tyler Ray Montgomery. Laura Lynn Nee. Hai Tuan Nguyen. Damon Gabrielle Otero, cum laude. Perrin Patel. Shivani Atmakumar Patel. Evan M. Pennybaker. Christian Ray Powell. Melissa Rollier. Jared Scott Zazinski. David Lick Sorensen, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Emma Lee Stoyer, cum laude. Juliana Catherine Tozy, cum laude. Alexandria Renee Wises, also meets requirements for computing in the arts. For the bachelor's degree in computing in the arts, joining us will be Professor Bill Benares, director of the program. Jasmine Elaine Brown. Noah Patrick Dixon, cum laude. Patrick Moreland Grimes. Alexis Lee Helberg, magna cum laude. Levi Gibson Kinley. Alexander Edward Kent, cum laude. Spencer Christian Lucart. William Ezekiel Murphy Abbott. Charles William Oscar. Samantha Lynn Ramsden, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Whitney Virginia Alex Tate Moffo, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Casey Cheyenne Timmons. Ryan Anna Wagner, cum laude. For the bachelor's degree in data science, rejoining us will be Professor Renee McCauley, chair of the department. Emily Caroline Chafin, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Kira Paris Govin. Benjamin Parker Hairston. Alexander Samuel Kraus. Caitlin Melissa Preet. Alexander Aria Smythe, summa cum laude. For the bachelor's degree in environmental geoscience, joining us will be Professor Tim Callahan, chair of the department. Ashley Wibble, cum laude. This is the first graduate for this major. For the bachelor's degree in geology, Jade Morgan Benson, magna cum laude. Roxanne Riley Buck. Scarlett Ann Duncan, cum laude, also meets requirements for marine geology and the Honors College. Robert R. Hammond, cum laude. Kanan C. Justin Hodges. Jordan T. James, cum laude, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Kesley Anna Cruzel, summa cum laude. Mary Elizabeth Cool, summa cum laude. Charles Nathan Wesley Lindner, magna cum laude. Emily Elizabeth Lowe. Corinne Catherine Lux, cum laude. Angus J. McCord, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Joshua Stephen Permack. Catherine Graham Wells, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for historic preservation and community planning. Nora Emily Zeke. For the bachelor's degree in marine biology, rejoining us will be Professor Eric McElroy, chair of the department. Dulce Estrella Costa. Adriana Uppington, wait a minute, let me try it again. Adriana Uppington-Low Ia, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Madeline Elizabeth Arnold. Hannah Marion Berkamar, cum laude. Sarah E. Brown. Anna Elizabeth Bucco, cum laude. Jordan M. Costello. Kate Elizabeth Davis, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Francisca Evelyn Delacroix, cum laude. Okay. Ooh, thank goodness. Julia Anise Dunlap. Tyler Matthew Jernigan. Morgan Elizabeth Latimus. Madison Rose McNulty. Sydney Nicole Milburn, magna cum laude. Zoe Alisa Morgan. Caitlin R. Moss. Eleanor Rose Pistorius, cum laude. Caitlin Elizabeth Roberts, cum laude. Dylan Cadell Roby. Christian Dion Simmons. Natalie Marie Sorum also meets requirements for geology and the Honors College. Caitlin Francis Sullivan. Charles Philip Taby, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for chemistry and the Honors College. Hales Townica, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Sierra R. Thomas Frazier. For the bachelor's degree in mathematics, joining us will be Professor Elizabeth sorry Liz, chair of the department. Joseph Louise Brennan, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for biology in the Honors College. Michael Joseph Diorio. Julia E. Goldman, cum laude, also meets requirements for chemistry in the Honors College. Adam Ryan Heeman. Sharika Jamie Lachey Hayward, cum laude. Brianna Davrin Lenatarwich. Andre Limon, magna cum laude. Chloe May Ann Matilla, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for international studies in the Honors College. For the bachelor's degree in meteorology, rejoining us will be Professor Narayan Kuthramal, chair of the department. Grace Catherine Lowe also meets requirements for physics. William McLeod also meets requirements for physics. Hillary Blaine Powell. For the bachelor's degree in physics, Nicholas Giovanni Harris, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. George Grannon Reiser. Kara Teresa Swider.
Will the bachelor's degree candidates please rise? President Hsu. President Hsu, upon the successful completion of all degree requirements and with the recommendation of the faculty, I have the honor to present the bachelor's degree candidates of 2022.
By the authority of the state of South Carolina granted to the Board of Trustees and committed to me, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Science as earned, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations. Family and friends, please remain in place or be seated during recessional. Class of 2022, walk proudly through Porter's Lodge as graduates of the College of Charleston. Congratulations and go Cougars!